Okay, we probably should talk about you.
Greek.
Nobody wants to know
yes.
about me, really.
All things Greek. I'll put all my answers in with a Greek twist.
Okay, we'll see how that goes.
A little feta cheese on the side.
Well, it was written by a Greek, the original short story, of course.
See, I knew
Yeah.
there was a Greek connection in this whole thing.
But it's quite a controversial story.
You think so?
Well, it's, you know, it kind of pivots on a violation, a possible sexual violation. So.
You're telling me. Yeah, let's talk about that. What do you think about that?
Well, I was wondering what your initial reaction to that was when you read the script.
Crime and Nettles. By the beard of Sam Goldwyn. I must have exclaimed a couple of things that were ribald. What the devil? What the dibbock? You can't do that. I think it's illegal. You know, their doctors are in jail. There's some people in jail. No, if a woman says, I choose you your sperm to make my baby, you can't, when she's not looking, sneak your sperm into it and fool her. That's a heck of a violation. Illegal? Immoral? Indecent? Unethical? Outrageous? Ill-advised. Don't do it. No, you better ask her. You know, if you better ask her, I think, right?
Right.
Ask her, may I please make a baby with you? It behooves is the gracious and elegant and polite and necessary and an obligation, don't you think?
So this is what occurred to you when you first read the
Yes.
script. Okay.
And I should have said all these things in the scene, and this is what you say in the scene. If they'd gone on further, this is what I said to him, I'm sure. My friend, my God, Jason, Wally, whatever your name is, snap out of it. What have you done?
It's crazy, yeah.
It's crazy. And I thought my scenes could be amusing if I provided a kind of a real-life logic sensibility, don't you think so? If I said, like, the audience would be going, oh, what? But if there's a character going, what? Come on.
Well, you're the voice of reason in the film, aren't you?
Yes.
Shockingly. So,
No, look at me. Can you imagine?
Why do you think you got the role?
It beats me. It beats me. But I'm a reasonable fellow. I'm, you know, a goofball, of course, too. But, you know, I'm a reasonable fellow. Well, you know, if somebody came to me, I would say what I just said. Well, that's reasonable, isn't it? I'd say, shame on you. What are you doing? You're crazy. You've gone nutty. You know, so I know what happens on planet Earth and what you know, we're expected to do here and there, and what the right thing is to do here and there. I can be counted on to have a sense of that.
And so how did the script come into your hands, and what did the directors sort of say to you as their reason for casting you? Look at it from their point of view.
They were very nice. They must have said, oh, you know, we liked you in this and that you're good because you do this and that. And I probably go, oh, gosh.
You haven't done a lot of sort of romantic comedies, though. So I was wondering, is that something that you wanted to explore more yourself, or a kind of lighter, more fluffy scientist? Not that you've done a lot of comedy, but not romantic comedy. Maybe you're hankering for...
I don't know what I'm hankering for at this point. My plate is full. I like this comedy. I'm doing a play right now. Did you know? Are you going to come see it?
Yes, the Neil Simon, also a comedy, right?
It's called Prisoner of Second Avenue, and it's funny. The audience howls rat-a-tat-tat style. We make them laugh, you know, like Neil Simon does. But it's also soulful and bittersweet and painful and touching. So come see it. It's at the Vaudeville Theater until September 25th. And afterwards, come tap me on the shoulder backstage. Tell me if you liked it.
The thing is about Neil Simon, though, you do have to get the dialogue exactly bang on. There is a certain rhythm to it.
How'd you know that? Are you an actor?
I'm a Neil Simon fan.
You are?
Unbelievably, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's like the originator of he's a landmark poet, musician of the spoken word. Yes, so if you get his music, if you dig his rhythms and his rebop, you know, it's very particular and very enjoyable.
And this one, did you get to improvise though? Do you like to sort of play around with the words, or?
We played around. That was one of the things. The other things the director has said is, you know, the script is still wet clay. especially your scenes, we think you might be able to contribute a thing or two. So please get together with us on several sessions, and we did, with Jason, improvise, with our writer, tell us what you talk out, what you would say, and I did, and they incorporated, it impacted, and they incorporated that in some of the scenes. So they were very nice. And then on the set they said, and feel free to even now, make up some stuff if you want to. I said, okay, I will. And I did. What do you think of that?
Well, I think that's great.
I do too. It's I'm a humble student of acting, and I always like to learn, and this seemed like a creative exercise, and it might be amusing, and the final thing I hoped would be amusing, and it was creative.
Okay, and just a brief word on what you're doing next. Morning Glory is what I'm talking about, filmic-wise. Yeah, I was just wondering, is that a straight-ahead comedy, or is it a kind of a scathing satire? What's the tone there?
I don't know if it's scathing. Is it scathing? I don't know if it's scathing, but it's. It is a. It does, I believe, get into the area of news, entertainment, the thin line, and the sometimes grotesque, ill-advised, or unsavory collaboration, marriage of ratings and willingness to please and the delivery of the news. So there is something that it says about that, but it's also a delightful, romantic hilarity, harlequinade.